So I have a giant forehead. My entire face can't fit in the frame, and it's just gonna have to be like that. That's the best I can do. Sorry. Anyway, hello, my name is Estrella. I actually have many names online because I have identity crises on a regular basis, and I rename myself a lot, but we're gonna go with Estrella for now. I'm Estrella, and I don't really know what I'm doing with this channel, but hopefully this is the start of something great. Not likely though. But yeah, anyway, today I'm going to be taking a look at one of the Tomb Raider gaming head statues. Specifically, I'm going to be taking a look at the Tomb Raider 3 statue that was released with the Tomb Raider 20th Anniversary Gaming Head series of statues. If you aren't familiar with the Gaming Head's 20th Anniversary Tomb Raider statues, which is a freaking mouthful, back in 2016, when it actually was the 20th anniversary of the very first Tomb Raider, which came out in 1996, it was announced that Gaming Heads would be doing a series of 6 statues to commemorate various iconic iterations, variations. There's a word that is eluding me at the moment. I think I said it in one of the other takes. They did one for the very first Tomb Raider game, which I also have and I will share at the end of the video. They did the one for Tomb Raider 3, which we're going to take a closer look at today. They just released the one for Temple of Osiris, which means they actually have 2 Temple of Osiris statues now, which I thought was kind of an odd choice. Only one of them is actually a part of this series. The base, which we'll take a closer look at. I was going to try to grab it, but it's out of reach. The base of all the statues for the 20th anniversary, they're not like puzzle pieces. They don't like connect like that, but they can be put next to each other. So you can create a beautiful big Lara Croft shrine. Only one of the Temple of Osiris statues will have that piece. There we go, that was important to that. And then the other ones I'm going to do are going to be one for Angel of Darkness, one for Tomb Raider Legend, and one for Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm not a big Angel of Darkness fan. It's definitely got its problems, but I was surprised and actually kind of glad to see that they were going to do something for Angel of Darkness. Brief interjection from editing Estrella, because as I was looking for an image of the silhouettes for the other statues, I came across a blog entry at maxwriter.com that explained that there was actually a community vote between having a statue for either Tomb Raider Chronicles or Angel of Darkness. And the reason that we got the Angel of Darkness statue was because that's what the community voted for. Which I feel like, having read this now, I think I remember that vaguely, but it was like 4.5 years ago, so I probably just, that information got pushed out of my brain for other more useless information. But yeah, I'll put the link to this blog entry down below if you want to take a look at it. But yeah, there we go. Back to the video. There are things about it that I appreciate, and I think it's definitely kind of a cult classic at this point. It's still a part of Tomb Raider history. All the other issues aside, that is one of my favorite Lara models. I really like her outfit. I like the kind of darker goth look. They were finally able to, I guess, have enough polygons to kind of make her look more like the official renders, but a little less weird. Because some of the official renders, she's got a really weird face. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with the Angel of Darkness one. I don't think I'm gonna buy that one. I think I will get the Legend one. Legend is one of my favorite Tomb Raider games. But these statues are definitely not cheap. And I actually hadn't even planned on getting the Tomb Raider 3 one until I saw that it was half off earlier this year. More specifically, one version of the Tomb Raider 3 statue was half off. There are 3 that you can get, I believe. There's the regular edition, which is what I have. I think it might still be half off. I think it might be a regional thing. So if you're not in the States, I don't know if this would apply. There's a Gaming Heads exclusive edition, which instead of Lara holding her dual Uzis, she's holding a shotgun. And then there is, I think they called it a collective edition. It's the Uzi statue, but not painted. I don't really know what the point is of those, but it's there if you want it, I guess. The regular edition one was half off, and I don't have anything else to do this year. All my vacations were canceled, so I had some spending money. I was like, sure, $150. I guess I'll go ahead and get it. Also, I keep looking down here because the box is here. I just realized I'm doing that, so if that's like an annoyance, which I'm sure it will be, that's why. Hi, box. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Try to angle it so that the ring light doesn't hit it too bad. So the Gaming Heads boxes are like works of art in their own right. Honestly, they're always really, really beautiful. They have some gorgeous photography. And over here we got some more detail views of the statue. And then on the back, we got the little blurb, which I guess I can read for y'all. Gaming Heads proudly presents the Tomb Raider 3 Adventures of Lara Croft Regular Edition statue, the second statue in our Tomb Raider 20th Anniversary series of statues. The Tomb Raider 3 Adventures of Lara Croft Regular Edition statue stands approximately 12 inches tall, including the base. Lara is shown in her distinctive Area 51 outfit, crouching on part of an ancient ruin she has come across in her adventures, while holding her twin Uzis ready to fire. I do think it's interesting that they talk about her being on ancient ruins because there aren't ancient ruins in Area 51. You're on a base, I think. I just replayed the game. I don't remember any ancient ruins in the Area 51 levels. Whatever. That's just being nitpicky, I guess. The Tomb Raider 3 Adventures of Lara Croft statue is carefully cast in polystone resin and is hand-painted by artists to the highest of standards. The statue is a great addition to any Tomb Raider collection. Each statue has a hand-numbered base and includes a validation card, limited to 1,500 statues worldwide. All Gaming Head statues also come with a little validation card that's got a code on there that you can enter into their website to validate your statue. If you are so inclined, if you care about these sort of things, which I don't, you can request to get the same number for all the statues across the series. So in this case, I have 53 for the Tomb Raider 3 statue. I could have requested to get, I think I have 89 for the Tomb Raider 1, but again, I don't care. It's a cool thing for people who do care, but it's not really a selling point for me. So what I'm gonna do at this point is actually, I was gonna say I'm gonna unbox her, but it's kind of, this is like my fourth time filming this video. The first time I had a bunch of technical problems because I was trying to be fancy and use my DSLR, even though I don't have all the equipment I need to make that a feasible filming experience. And then I didn't like how I looked, I didn't like what I was wearing, and then I actually filmed a video that I was pretty happy with. The social anxiety was at a minimum, I think, after going through all the other struggles. But the camera angle was weird, I didn't like how my makeup looked. It was not good. So I have technically already opened her up, but what we'll go ahead and do now, I'll cut to showing you all the pieces and everything that are in the styrofoam, and I'll show you how we assemble her. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. This is kind of an awkward angle, but I couldn't really think of a better way to do the pseudo unboxing / assembly part of this video. This is also not exactly how she shipped. All of the individual parts were originally wrapped in tissue paper, and during the first attempt at filming this video, I unwrapped her and threw the paper away, like you do. But I kept the styrofoam for moving and or storage purposes, so this is a pretty close approximation to what she looks like out of the box. As you've already noticed, she does ship in pieces, which is normal for Gaming Head statues. Most of the pieces snap into place using super strong magnets, sometimes with a little extra support. The foot and the body piece will snap into the holes in the base, and then the head and appendages and whatnot will snap into the body. I'm going to slide this out of frame, and then we're going to put her together so we can witness Lara Croft's final form. We'll start with the base. These are the holes I mentioned where we're going to put the body piece in. It's actually kind of a pain in the ass, so this might take a minute. Oh, but first I have to point out her belly ring. A handful of the official renders included a belly ring on Lara for this outfit, although not for the South Pacific one, which also showed her midriff. And I love that it was included on the statue. It's so peak late 90s, early aughts.
One eternity later.
Finally, onwards to her arms, left, and then right. And now for her head. I got a kick out of the braid. For one, I love that it's the bubble segmented braid that was done in renders and for some of the live models rather than a traditional braid. And two, I thought it was funny, I guess, for lack of a better word, that it was a separate piece. The Tomb Raider 1 statue didn't come with the braid at all, since it was based on the braidless in-game model of Lara, so this just delighted me. So here she is fully assembled. Let's get a better look at the full statue and all its old school Tomb Raider glory. And here she is right next to, wait, which way? This way. There we go. Right next to the Tomb Raider 1 gaming head statue. And as you can hopefully see, I might have to do a couple of close-up shots on here. They both have those similar flat bases with the ancient ruins on them. So if I was so inclined, I guess I'll go ahead and do it. I can push them together and they create kind of like a seamless, I mean, you can see the seam, but you know what I mean. You can create kind of a Tomb Raider shrine. Yeah, so I guess at this point we'll just do some kind of closing thoughts, I guess, on the statue. I mentioned earlier, I might not have. I've filmed this a lot. I didn't really intend on getting this particular statue in the series. Classic Lara is my favorite Lara, although I've enjoyed all the iterations of Tomb Raider. She's the one I grew up with. She's the one that I resonate with the most. She's the most iconic. And as you might be able to tell by some of the other things I have over here, she's my favorite Lara. Even though that era of Tomb Raider is my favorite, Tomb Raider 3 is actually one of my least favorite games from that era. So initially I was like, oh yeah, we'll skip on the Tomb Raider 3. You'll probably just keep it with Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider Legend. But because it was on sale, I was like, yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and take it. And when I say that Tomb Raider 3 is one of my least favorite Tomb Raider games, I mean, it's still Tomb Raider. I still love anything that's Tomb Raider. I think my biggest gripe with it is that the level design just feels kind of arbitrary. It's not like, I mean, all of the original Tomb Raider games are challenging and a lot of the puzzles are going to make you think and you're going to do a lot of backtracking, and I enjoy that about the series. But with Tomb Raider 3, a lot of it, yeah, it feels arbitrary. Like there's one part where there are like 4 fucking boulders that come down one after another and you're just like jumping all over the place to get away from it. And it's kind of satisfying to get through that, but the design doesn't feel as tight as it does in some of the other games, especially like Lost Revelation, which is probably my favorite Tomb Raider game from that era. But a couple things that I think Tomb Raider 3 does really well. Got the globe trotting, hopping, whatever. You travel around a lot, which is something that I miss a lot from the current era of Tomb Raider games. And it was a very stylish game. Literally, Lara got a different outfit with each level, which was kind of cool. And we got, you know, the very iconic Nevada outfit, which probably not as iconic as her classic outfit, but you know, it definitely evokes that Tomb Raider feel. I mean, I definitely associate the blue camo, really just that particular style with the sports bra and the camo, because she also has like the red version that she wears. I guess it's kind of like a red and brown that she wears in the manor, which Tomb Raider 3 has the best manor in my opinion. So that, yeah, and then she also wears it in the Lost Artifact. I always want to call it the Lost Artifact because of the Lost Revelation, but she also wears a very similar outfit in the Tomb Raider 3 expansion pack, basically. So yeah, it was definitely a good call. It definitely works for that era of Lara. And I mean, look, they're beautiful. I love them together. It's a really cool piece of Tomb Raider merchandise that I didn't think that I would get a chance to own, really. So I'm very happy to have it with my collection. My humble, but I think it's a pretty, I mean, you can't even see all of it. I've got more of the reboot stuff over there and some things in the bookshelves behind me. But yeah, very nice addition to my modest little Tomb Raider collection. So yeah, I think that is about it for this video, really. Hopefully the unboxing format still kind of worked, even though I technically already unboxed her. I did learn a lot in those first couple of videos, so obviously I still have a lot more to learn, but I feel like that was probably a good learning experience to make this better than what it was initially. I guess at this point I'm supposed to tell you to do the subscribe and the liking, but I'm sure anyone watching this knows how YouTube works. So if you want to do those things, be my guest. I recently went on kind of a social media purge, so I don't have Twitter anymore, but if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I will put a link down below. And I know people who watch videos probably aren't really interested in blogs, but I also have a blog, and I will also link that down below if you'd like to know my deep thoughts. They're not that deep, but I'm a little bit more articulate and eloquent when I'm writing than when I'm speaking, so yeah, okay, cool. I would like to try to do YouTube videos with some degree of regularity, but I'm not about to commit to any kind of schedule or anything right now. I've got a full-time job and a lot of other shit I want to do, like play Horizon Zero Dawn, which just came out on PC this past weekend, and I'm freaking loving it. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm gonna go do. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, is that, oh God, it's so itchy right here. What is so itchy right there? My fucking bra. Ugh. Wasn't there something else I was gonna say? Fuck, what was I gonna say? I think that Lara model is No, that was all wrong. And this is really, why the fuck is this so itchy? That music was very loud. And it was intended to be, like, at the time, the next gen Tomb Raider. I forget where I was going with it. You know, I'm probably one of like 3 women that's not really on board with that whole, ooh, quarantine, let's not wear bras thing. But I haven't worn a push-up in a while, and it's really fucking itchy right here. It's still itchy. It's still right there. I already did that, but that's when you edit. That's what you're gonna do. It's so fucking itchy. Does YouTube get mad like Twitch does if you touch your boob? Is this gonna get me, well, not monetized, but I don't know. We'll find out.